What is up, guys? Slow Jam Nobes here today, and I'm going to bring you episode 2 of Road to Lord Stanley. Sorry I haven't posted up another episode since last time. I'm busy, I work a lot, and I play hockey. So I was out of town, I was busy, I was caught up, but I'm back on track, and I'm going to bring you episode 2. Now, last time I left off saying that I was going to do some trades for you guys because I got to, improve my roster without diminishing the talent. So what I thought is I was going to trade Rene Bourque. Remember I said that last episode that he was one of the guys that I kind of wanted out of town, and hey, what do you know? Rene Bourque sent down to the minors by the Montreal Canadiens today after clearing waivers. My only thought? About effing time. So, Rene Bourque is up there. I was thinking, do I got any talent that I could spare? I'm like, oh my god, Zach Fucale. We drafted him, but do we really need him? We got Carey Price. Guy's going to be franchise goalie. He's going to be our goalie for the next 10 years. So, Rene Bourque, Zachary Fucale. What can I get for Rene Bourque that I won't lose out, but I will also get less salary for? I thought of Riley Smith of the Boston Bruins. The guy is 9 years younger, same overall, generally the same stats, but at 23 years old instead of 32 in Rene Bourque. And then I said, I got to add some depth on the blue line. So I thought of Dennis Seidenberg. He's only 33 years old, 85 rated. He's a great asset to the team, and he comes cheap at $4 million. And I'm going to propose this trade to the Bruins, and they have accepted. So there you go. Rene Bourque out of town. Zachary Fucale out of town. Welcome home. Riley Smith and Dennis Seidenberg. Now I know you guys are going to say, the whole Boston-Montreal rivalry, blah, blah, blah. But hey, I got what I needed. So whatever. They are now part of the Montreal Canadiens side of this storied rivalry. So I'm going to go ahead in my lines. I'm going to see what that gives me right now. And did my game freeze? No, it didn't. Oh, okay, yeah, that whole circle thing, man. I'm sorry, I'm really trigger finger on the button. So let's go manage the roster. Let's go see what we look like. So I'm going to pull up my lines right here. Okay, so Riley Smith is penciled in on the second line with Galchenyuk and Gallagher. Got Edler, Prust, Moen, DeHarn. No. See, I don't like when it does this. I don't like when it just adjusts my lines for me. I'm going to go back to what I had. Desharnais centering, Pacioretty and Parenteau. Then I got Galchenyuk on the wing with Plekanec in the middle. And I'm going to put... What just happened? No. I'm going to put Riley Smith at right wing instead of Brendan Gallagher. And Plekanec here. I'm going to take Gallagher, put him on the third line between Prust and Eller. And then I got Moen, Malhotra, and Weiss. I think that's beautiful. Now, on defense, let's go check out what happened here. We got Markov, Subban, Emelin, Gilbert, Tenorti, Weaver. Now, Tenorti isn't where I need him just yet. His potential is high, don't get me wrong. But I will be replacing, actually, Mike Weaver with Dennis Seidenberg. That's what I am going to do right now. Don't get me wrong, Weaver blocks an F-ton of shots. But I need Seidenberg. He's that veteran presence on that blue line. The player that is being substituted, okay, substitute, boom. And here we go. Now I gotta go and scratch Weaver, and our lines are intact. All right, so here we go. We got Markov, Subban, Emelin, Gilbert, Tenorti, Seidenberg. I like the look of it. In my personal opinion, Tenorti and Seidenberg will be my second pairing, but it doesn't really matter. I'll leave it like this for now. And we are gonna go simulate 1 week into the season. Now, if you remember, last time we left off, we are 7-3-1 in the Atlantic Conference. We are only trailing Tampa Bay and Toronto. So, let's see what this week in the NHL gives us. We are into the first week in November. We are playing Calgary, Chicago, Buffalo, and Mini. Now, if you remember what happened in real life, we lost to Calgary. We lost 5-rip to Chicago. We beat Buffalo in the shootout. And Buffalo's just got an abysmal team. I'm sorry if there are any Buffalo fans watching this this series, but they are not the team that they were back in 2007, 2008, 2009, where they had Vanek going, Briere going, Pominville going, Roy going. They also had Connolly going. They had Brian Campbell in his prime. Okay, so our scout is back. I'm going to edit the scout assessment real quick. I'm going to send him somewhere. Let's see where I visited, where I haven't visited. Okay, so I visited the WHL. I haven't visited the OHL. I'm going to visit the OHL, and I am going to scout for forwards for 3 weeks. I'm going to confirm that. There's obviously heavy talent in the OHL, so let's see what they bring us back. So like I said, we got smoked by Chicago, 5-rip. Let's see what the result is here. We lost in overtime to Calgary, okay. Better result than what happened in real life. We lost 3-0 to Chicago. Let's see what it gives versus Buffalo. Okay, we beat them 6-rip. And if you remember just this past weekend, we beat Minnesota 4-1 on home ice. And let's see what that gives us right now. And a 2-1 win. Okay, can't complain with the result. We should have probably beat Calgary. They do have a good team. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know they've been struggling the last couple of years, and they have come a long way, with the likes of Giordano really stepping up and being a key guy on their team. Very good player. Respect that a lot. And let's go check out what's going on. Let's go see the stats. So we are still in third place. We're 9-4-2. And Desharnais is now leading our team in points. Yeah, that is not how real life is. No offense to Desharnais. But you got Desharnais with 12 points. Tom Gilbert out of nowhere has 12 points as well. Pacioretty with 10. Eller with 9. Smith with 9. I don't know how many he got with us. We just acquired him. I don't know what he did with Boston until he got here. Plekanec 8. Subban. Galchenyuk really struggling. He's an 84. I personally think he should shoot up to 86, 87 by the end of the season. I was keen on including him in a deal. I might have done it, but I strongly believe that he's going to be a key asset to our team, so I'm going to keep him for now, and let's see what happens in the next week of NHL action. Who are we facing up this week? We are facing Winnipeg, Boston, Philly, and Detroit. So I'm going to sim till the following Monday. I'm going to sim these 4 games, and let's see what happens. Winnipeg is in town tomorrow night, because we are now currently Monday where I'm living, so they are in town tomorrow night. And let's see what the result is. They got a good record. They're 9-4-3. Oh, and they just beat us 5-2. Okay. And here's the rivalry, baby. Here's why we want to get Riley Smith to smite his own team. And we got smoked. 3-rip. I am not happy about that. And we're playing Philly right now. We never really do anything spectacular against Philly. No kidding. Here we go. Okay, so here's my scout. I've reviewed this year's draft class briefly. In general, I feel it will be a good year for rookies. Okay, I don't know why you felt the need to tell me that, but alright, Scouty. Scouty McScout. And let's see what okay, and we beat Detroit. Happy about that. Not a good week at all, though. 3 losses in regulation, and we end the week on Sunday with a win in Detroit. Okay, so we're now 10-7-2. We fall into 4th place in the conference. We were just passed by Boston. Let's go see our lines. Let's see if they were changed at all by the CPU, because I absolutely hate when they do that. And they were changed. Let's see what they give us. Okay, so you got Pacioretty, Plekanec, and Smith. Gallagher, Galchenyuk, and Parento. Prust, Eller, Moen, Seacatch, Desharnais, and Weiss. So Desharnais went from the first line to the 4th line. And I guess in the computer's mind, that's where Desharnais belongs. I'm not going to say I agree with that, but I'm not going to say I don't either. Alrighty then. So, okay, computer. This is what you want? That's what I'll give you. I'll leave the lines intact the way you want them. Just win me some goddamn games. Oh, and I press circle again, and here we go. Gotta wait. God, you would think that they would make the menus a little quicker in this game. Or maybe I'm just being needy, but they are goddamn slow. I don't know if you guys remember when GM Connected came out in NHL 2013. It would literally take a decade just to load the main screen. I mean, I would get fed up of playing before I actually played a single game online. It was incredibly frustrating. I know they made it a little faster in 2014. They took it out in 2015 on Next Gen, but I strongly believe it will be back in 2016. You could argue for the many reasons, whether it was for not enough time, which in my mind I think is bogus because they did have 2 years to work on this game, just like leaving out EA Sports Hockey League, which was my favorite game. I literally spent hours on end playing EA Sports Hockey League, just because I guess you kind of got that feel of playing with your own guy and using your own pro and this and that. Okay, so we lost 3 games again this week, and we only won 1. My scout is back. I am going to scout the queue for defensemen, and I will send him there for 1 month. I'm going to confirm that assignment. Okay, so win in Pittsburgh, lost to St. Louis, lost to Boston again, and we lose to the New York Rangers. This is not looking good right now for the Montreal Canadiens. We went from 7-3-1 at the beginning of the episode to 11-10-2. Now, like you saw before, Malholtra's back in the lineup. I just did best lines because I'm going to make my computer see if he belongs in the lineup or not. I guess sometimes, feedback from someone else doesn't help. So we are playing Buffalo twice on Friday and Saturday, and Colorado on Monday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just sim till the Sunday and see what happens there. Like I was saying before, Buffalo, not exactly having the best of years in the last couple ones. Hopefully Montreal could string some victories together, shoot up to 13 wins, because 11 is just not enough. Okay, all right. That is definitely not good, and this is not good news either. Tom Gilbert has a mild concussion, back December 8th. Okay, we only got 2 weeks without him. Let's go see the lines right now, what they look like. So it's telling me some lines of errors. I am going to do... okay, let's go see the defenseman, see what's going on here. Unfilled. I'm going to press back, and I'm going to do best lines. They're just going to swat in Mike Weaver. So we got Pacioretty, Plekanec, Parenteau, Desharnais, Galchenyuk, Gallagher, Prust, Eller, Moen, Seacatch, Malhotra, and Weiss. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to do another trade to shake things up because things aren't looking too good in Montreal, but I'm going to sim one more week and see what happens now. So let's go to December. First week of December, sim to the Sunday, and let's get her underway. We are facing Colorado, Minnesota, Chicago, and Dallas. 4 big teams. Good way to start it. Riley Smith is back in the lineup. We beat Colorado. Let's see how we fare against Minnesota. Now, as you noticed in the last weekend in real life, I refer to real life because I don't know any other way to say it. We did beat Minnesota 4-1. Let's see if the same result happens here in my GM mode. And we lost 4-1. So the roles had reversed. I'm not too fond of that. And here we are up against Chicago and Dallas. A big weekend. Facing all kinds of stars, and the same result again versus Chicago, getting smoked 3-rib, but beating Dallas. That is something that I can deal with, although a 2-2 week isn't exactly where I want to be, but you know what, I'll take it. We did face some decent teams, but we have dropped to 5th in the Atlantic at 14, 13, and 2. Let's go check out the stats. Let's go see who's hot and who's cold. Pacioretty seems to have picked it up a little bit. If you remember, he was only 3rd place in team scoring last time we checked the stats. So he has 11 goals, 8 assists for 19 points. Desharnais got 16. Subban at 16. Eller 15. Oh, and Gilbert slowed down. That was to be expected. Okay, so Riley Smith, not being the guy that I hoped he was going to be when we got him. That's okay. I guess he's got some settling in to do with his new teammates, if that even applies to games. I highly doubt that. That is another month in this Road to Lord Stanley GM mode with the Montreal Canadiens. We did not have a very good month, as you can see. Yeah, there's a lot of L's there. Okay, so we'll see what happens in the next episode. Let's see if we can bounce back. Maybe I'll pick up another guy. Maybe I'll make another big move. Maybe I will trade Galchenyuk. I had one guy on my first episode tell me that he traded Galchenyuk and some picks for Nathan McKinnon. That is something that I am considering right now after the month that we just had. But we will see come next episode. So thank you for watching. This is Slow Jam Nobes, and I'm out.